Jennifer. Right now I'd like to welcome to the stage our second class speaker, Arpi Der Kevorkian. Thank you. Nursing school is easy. It's a lot like riding a bike, except that bike is on fire, and you're on fire, and everything around you is on fire. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Arpi Der Kevorkian. As I'm sure you all know, this was definitely not a simple journey for us. I'm sure at some point you've all had to deal with listening to us complain about our very challenging instructors, interesting patients, exams that provide us with 4 choices that are all correct, or just this program in general. So I'll try to give you one last short version of it. We gave up a lot of things to get here today. Our gym memberships, money for strong adult beverages, our social lives, and for some of us, our hair. As far as my personal experience, I was exposed to quite a few things. I was privileged to meet the sweetest children whose days were numbered. I met Alzheimer's patients who did not recognize their family members. I saw patients on life support whose families surrounded them with tears and desperate prayers. And lastly, I saw many mentally unstable patients doing, let's just say, some very crazy things that may never leave my memory. So to our graduates today, whether you waited 2 long years to get into this program, felt like you filled out more SARFs than care plans, barely passed a class by 1%, saw your local Starbucks baristas more than your family, or even had to repeat a semester. You are here today, and that means something. You should all be incredibly proud of yourselves for not only surviving this journey, but pushing through it even when you dealt with financial problems, health issues, kids, jobs, and personal problems. And by sitting here today, you have proven to be intelligent and determined fighters. And to our educators, I would just like to point out a few. Thank you, Dr. Benefil, for teaching us to be humble and genuinely kind-hearted nurses. Mrs. Florence, for showing us tough love while having a great sense of humor. Mr. Cross, for sharing your endless knowledge and always challenging us with thought-provoking questions. Mrs. Lozano, for always encouraging us to write as fast as we can during lecture, and for having a heart of gold. Mrs. Wingfield, for teaching us through your experiences in the softest voice. And lastly, Mrs. Jennifer Adams, for always advocating for your students. So as I conclude today, I would also like to end with another quote. Nursing school is a lot like giving birth. Once it's over, you tend to forget just how painful the process really was. I hope that we do forget this painful process, but hopefully never forget our wonderful memories together. Waking up your significant other from a nightmare of being late to class. The fear of getting kicked out of Mrs. Day's class for sneezing, because technically you did interrupt her class. And feeling like you should have put makeup on during clinical as you walk by some of the most handsome doctors you've ever seen in your life. These are some of the memories I will never forget. I wish all of us the best of luck and success in the world. Thank you, and God bless you all.